So this video is going to be a basic introduction to needle felting. And needle felting, this is an example here, and it's where you take wool, which is like wool roving, and you have a felt surface. It can be, it doesn't have to be specifically felt, but a material that you can poke it through. You're going to have a felting needle, and this needle has like little tiny barbs on the end of this, so when you poke it through, it helps to adhere the wool to your piece of to your felt. And then you also need to have a foam block, because this will keep it from, it's a pretty long needle, so as you're poking, you don't want to have something where it's going to hit the surface and break the needle. So how you start is you're going to have your piece of felt, and you're going to draw on some type of design. This is chalk. If you have like a lighter piece, you could use graphite pencil or something, but if you have a darker one, you're going to want to use something that's light. And you're going to do a basic design. So once you have your design drawn on there, you're going to take some of the wool, and you want to have little tiny pieces. You don't want to have like a big old chunk of it, and you're going to put it in the area that you want to fill. Now, I'm putting a bit in here. You can put more, you can put less. It's all how easy you want to do it. And then you're going to take this and you're going to poke it through. And what happens is the wool has like natural fibers to it that stick onto the needle, and as you poke it through, it adheres to the piece of felt. So you're just going to slowly poke and kind of follow your pattern as you go. And you need to be careful if you're using your hand that you don't poke yourself. You can always use like a stick or something if you needed to move it around. And I'm just going to make this, double this up so you can see what it looks like when it's thicker. And you just poke it down into the surface. Now, you need to pull it up every so often, because see how that you get that wool that goes through? This gets like matted together, and that's how it keeps it from coming out. So once you have a little piece, you could do another color. You can layer on top of it. You're going to get the more advanced pictures as you do the layers. Like here I did a layer of blue, and then another layer of blue, and then a layer of white, and I kind of poked it in a circular motion, and it's all built up, and you can kind of see how thick that is. It's all built up in layers. So you would just put this down where you'd want it to be, kind of make sure it's in the area, pull it around to where you want it. This is not going to be something that's very precise, because you're working with a surface that's not like flat or even. Now, you can do a basic layer, or you can go in and build up. Maybe I'm going to want to build this on top of it. So you're just going to build up as you go. Think about how you put paint on, and when you do it, you have like a base layer, then you do another layer, and then you do another layer, and you blend your colors together. That's how you would build it up. It's the same way. So for instance, on this example here, I did like the dark brown, and then I did the orange, and then I did the yellow, and then I did the medium pink, and the light pink, and then the dark pink, and the purple. So I built it all up in layers. I don't know if you can't really see it, because this one's been felted really good. The more you poke at it, the more solid your picture will look. So you'll just continue to build up with your needle as you go, pulling it up to make sure that it doesn't stick to this. If you do it too much, you'll actually felt it to your thing, and then you'll have trouble pulling it up. Build it up, grab a different color. Now, again, when you have these yarn, these wool, it pulls off, so you don't need a lot to get a layer down. And then just build a layer upon a layer upon a layer, and eventually you will have a finished piece. Now, once you have your finished piece, you could go in and you can use like embroidery and sew into it. You could do beads. You could do like a piece of yarn. You would do it the same way. You pull it through, because this yarn has the same type of little surface area. You kind of want to turn it as you go, just to give it a little bit more structure. The more you poke, the more solid your picture will get. And that's the basics of wool felting.